morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It's again another opportunity here to um again here. Well, thank God you're most welcome to to again to the partnership forum. And today again we're here as usual. We They started last week, and we are again glad to have in our studio here. Brother Isaac uh, Hinen, and today is a great time that we're going to spend together talking about the life insurance, and it is good to be here today. Those of us who are out there, you are joining us. We say you are most welcome to the partnership forum of the community engagement. The community engagement actually is a program on social media platform, and the organization, the Community Engagement Global Mission, believe in promoting the rights of people, uh, and rights. Actually, human rights is an entitlement to every individual, and that right is protected by law, guaranteed by the state. So again, we are very thankful to God to be here, and when you're talking about human rights, people are limited to just talking about right, but then responsibility is not actually being applied. And I think our responsibility with Mr. Isaac and Hinan, and the rest of the guys, wherever connection, whatever partnership we are getting into, it's all about letting you know. Probably most of us pay our bills, pay probably this whole thing called insurance on a car. We put insurance on a house. But I think one of the most important things, like we started last week to discuss, letting you know, probably most of us pay our bills, pay probably okay. So and we need to come back and say to ourselves, okay, I've been putting this insurance on car. I've been adding it on the house, but my life personally is not insured. So as we go about the as we go about the this show today, want to say again, you are most welcome, and we are shooting talking about this whole thing about the right to have an insurance, personal insurance, and what it means, what it's all about. Well, today we are here, and it is not a mistake for you to join us, and we thank you for joining us as we go through this wonderful, wonderful day. Our brother Henan again, Mr. Henan, we are here. What do you think? Well,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
All righty, perfect. I can hear you, sir. It's another
Okay,
beautiful day.
because yeah, okay, okay. So you are definitely clear. So well, we welcome you back to today is again Friday. Well, we are here at Ford like usual, and we are saying to you, those of us who are listening to the sound of our voice, probably tune in. We know life insurance. We have different insurance, but we're going to be talking to Barakinan again today um, on the topic. Uh, Life insurance actually 101. And someone will ask you what let me go back again. Please explain to us what it means, life insurance 101, brother.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Pastor Jarvis.
Yeah,
It is a great honor and privilege to be here with you today. I
yeah,
always get excited when it comes to sharing information and then letting the community know as you also in tune to that. So
yeah,
the reason we talk about life insurance is it is one of the topic in the community that anytime you bring it up, people try to shut it out. Oh,
yeah.
no, 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 no. Oh, this
I,
guy, he talks about life insurance. He's talking about life insurance. Yes. What else do you want us to talk about?
hmm,
What else is very important than life? So
life.
That is why I just named it life insurance 101. It is what it is. We cannot sugarcoat it. We cannot give it a different name. It is
Mm.
what it is. It is a life insurance. I said it the last time when we met. It's not life insurance is not for everybody. It is only for people who love themselves and they
Hmm.
love their family. That is
But,
it.
but wait, why you say it's not for everybody? Because for me, as an advocate,
So
advocate
it's
for
because not
everybody.
everybody and
Yeah,
absolutely, yeah, that's what so it's for everybody.
yeah,
But to be sincere, one, there's not even everybody that is going to buy into the
yeah,
concept of life
yeah,
insurance. Some people
yeah,
hate it.
yeah.
And then two, it's not everybody that can even afford it. That is also an issue. And then three, it's not everybody that can even qualify for it.
Yeah.
So that is why I said, but the biggest thing is not everybody love themselves. You know that some people hate themselves.
I know.
You know there are some people they hate themselves.
Hmm.
They hate themselves to the point that even for them to spend even $20 to go buy some good thing for themselves, they will not do it. Some people hate their family. They don't love their kids. They don't love their wife. So they just think it's about me, me, me. That is it.
Hmm.
So that's why I say it's not for everybody. If you don't love yourself, you don't love your kids and your wife and your family. I'm talking about the whole family, your extended
Yeah.
family, the bigger family. You don't like them, you don't love them, you hate life insurance.
That's right.
And individuals also who are not looking into building generational wealth will also hate life insurance.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so interesting, and those of us who are listening, when we talk about the hidden know, and even in Liberia, all over the world, in Ghana, I know people pay insurance for car, and you invest in the car. But when it comes to the personal human being, the human being who paying the money, who has some sleepless night going to work, we don't consider actually paying for our life. We don't insure our personal life, but we pay big money at $500. Some of the guys here, or $300 every month. About a unit, they sweat to pay that money. They're not driving that car all the time.
Yeah.
But when they talk, just pay $50 or $100 for a month for your life.
Mm-hmm. So that is very good. That's very good. The craziest part is most of the cars, sometimes you can have someone, they have a car, they pay life insurance on car, auto insurance on that car for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
They never get into accident.
No.
Never get into accident. But they pay it anyways.
Wow.
But when it comes to them insuring themselves, now they have questions. Now they become skeptic. Now they are asking all these questions. But you have a car that has insurance. You have a house that is insured.
That is insured. And listen,
you have a mobile phone that is insured.
Wow. And what is interesting with the community engagement, we pray to God to go through some of the things we're going through to get those things correct. The insurance company that take money from us to pay insurance on the cars, when nothing happened for the whole year, they should pay, or they should give us back some money, which they cannot do. It's wrong, right? And that is our right to talk about it.
Right.
It is our right. You took my money. You said when something happened, you would we got to pay. So and you force us to do it. So now, when nothing happened, what are you supposed to do back? Let me frank. Let be realistic. Justice. You like that?
Right. That makes sense. So
yeah.
And I understand where you're coming from. So if you look at this, it's just a matter of, so just like you are having a health insurance.
Yeah.
So you're paying that health insurance,
okay,
thinking that you're going to get sick. If you don't get sick,
yes,
you cannot go back to the health company and say, "Hey, I did not get sick, so give me that money."
Give me that money.
Yeah, every single dollar that you spend, and every single second that you spend in life, so the $1 is covering the 1 second of your life.
Yes.
So let's say something like that. But if God protects you and you are still alive, then you cannot go back and say, "Oh, I paid this for the past 2 years. I'm not getting sick, so give me the money back." No, the insurance company assume your risk. So like the car insurance, they assume the risk that you're going to get into a car accident.
Yeah.
So if it happens, they are going to be what? They are going to be responsible. If it doesn't happen, now that is a gain for them. That's how life is. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to gain. But it is better to have it in place.
Yes.
So it's better to have it and you don't need it.
You don't know.
And to need it and you don't have it.
That's right.
Let me say that again. It's better to have it and you don't need it than you needing it and you don't have it.
Wow.
That is why we have 5 P's in life. The 5 P's stand for proper, preparation, prevents, poor, performance. So if you plan properly, there is going to be what? The higher chance that you're going to perform poorly. So that's why we have to get these things. I understand it. We can go and then talk about, we have to give us the money back. But listen, that is why you also have to get a proper life insurance.
Yeah.
Now you are not just throwing the money away. There are some insurance that you have, you put the money in, maybe you put the money in for the next 20 years. You are still alive. The company will give you all the money back.
Yeah.
But because our community, we don't understand and we don't know the options, we only stick to one.
Yeah.
So there is some that we have some insurance. You put the money, if you're able to qualify for that once, you put your money in, maybe you cover it for 30 years. At the end of that 30 years, if you are still alive, God being so good, the company will give you your money. It's called return of premium. Those accounts are very hard to get. They are very uncommon these days, very, very uncommon. But there are some few companies that still have it.
Okay.
And also, if you have to look for life insurance, that the money that you're putting in, you'll be able to go in and take some of the money out. So that way you're also gaining on the other side. While the company is protecting your life, you're also gaining on the other side also.
So why the topic of life insurance? Why the topic life insurance?
So as I explained before, there is nothing important than life. Just give me something that is important than life.
Yeah, no.
Without life, we will not be here.
No, I'm not.
Without life, that goes and dreams and vision that you are chasing, it cannot be there.
Yeah.
Let me speak to my brothers and sisters from Africa, my moms. Without life, that house that you are building in Africa is going to be left in the bush. You will go there and you see the goats and the sheep and the antelope they were playing in that house. It's going to be a ghost house. Yeah. So life is the ultimate thing that we have. So why don't we protect it? Why don't we talk about it?
Wow.
That is it.
Life is the more important thing. Why can we protect it? And why can we talk about it? And it's more serious because in many times people don't talk about life insurance because, well, they think it's a risk to talk about it. And the thing that, I don't need it. And, I know that one day I will demise, I will go and my family will pay money for me to go. But again, and this is how people behave and just leave some responsibility with some of the children. And when we talk about life insurance, I want us to what are the topics of life insurance? What are the topics? Why are the topics of life insurance?
We can have the types.
Yeah, the type. Yeah.
Yeah. So last week we went through that. So there are different types of life insurance. Last time we dive a little bit, but if it's the first time that you are watching us from wherever you are, life insurance has two main types. Main types. What are the two main types? They are the term, that is the temporal. So temporal life insurance, that means you get it for some few years.
Yeah.
It covers you for a few years, maybe 10 years, 15, 20, 25, 30 years. At most, maybe 45. Then you are done. So that means at the end of that period that you bought that life insurance for, that account is going to close and you're going to be with that life insurance.
Yes.
So that is what is called a term. So the term is temporal. Now we have the permanent. So the permanent is the one that you have for the rest of your life. As long as you keep what? You keep up with the conditions. Both of them have conditions. Term has their conditions. The permanent also have their conditions. But as long as you keep to the conditions, you have it. So the term is for a certain number of years. That's what we call a term. And then the permanent is what? For the rest of your life. Now, when you come under it, then we have the different types. So the basic one that we talk about is the one that we get from our jobs.
The basic,
Yeah. So the one that we get from our jobs is so you work at a job, you have it.
Yeah.
So those are that is the first one. So that one is called what? It's called group insurance.
Yeah. Group
So if you're
insurance.
working at a job, you have the group insurance. So that one is there. I said last time I said it that in that account it only covers you for your death.
Yeah.
It only covers you when you die. So you have to know. Some people, I have a friend that tells me I want to go and take some money from that account. You cannot do that. So all the money that you are just paying for your death.
Yeah.
Now, one of the biggest thing is, I say this, each and every one viewers go and verify with your company. Because what happens is when we come from Africa, look at this. As soon as you get a job, you are excited to the point that they even give you your retirement account and you don't read it. Because you're focused on what? You're focused on the dollar.
Yeah.
So let's go back and read these things. Read it.
Yeah.
Go back and get your policy. If you have a policy from your employer about your life insurance, that is the group life, go and read it. Some of them, if you let's say you get fired from the job or you work for the job for the next 20 years and you go on retirement, you can still keep that life insurance. Others, you cannot keep it.
Okay.
You have to let it go. So we have to make sure that we are verifying from our employer and we are reading the terms and conditions that are in there. So the first one is the one that we get from our job.
Our job, yeah.
Listen, there is nothing wrong with that because there are some people, if we have to go and qualify for life insurance individually, some people will not qualify.
Yeah.
Because of what? Because of their driving history, because of their criminal background, or because of their health. Some of them have cancer. Some of them have what? Diabetes. Some of them have history of heart attack. They have heart issues. So when it comes to that, it's going to be very hard for you to qualify for your individual life insurance.
Okay.
So others, some of us in the community, they have to stay with the one with the job. There's no two ways about that.
Yeah.
But you have to know how and how it works. Now, when we come to another term, we are going to have the individual. So individual terms.
Yeah.
That is the one that we get from our banks, USAA, and all those companies that they are selling it for $2, $5, $15 a month.
Yeah.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So that one is going to cover you for a certain number of years, maybe 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, and that is it. That is done. So if you don't have anything, that is better. It's better than nothing. It is better than nothing. So if I meet somebody that say, hey, Isaac, I really want to get something, but right now I can only pay $20.
Okay.
$20, we give them, so I have to look for an account that he can get it for $20.
Yeah.
Because our vision is no family should be left behind. No family left behind.
Yeah.
So that is the term, but that term is individual. Individual, you have it yourself.
Yeah.
Now, some of the companies have brought what is called an upgrade with the term. So remember the term, it doesn't build cash value because that means you cannot take money from that term account.
Yeah.
If you get sick, you cannot get money from that account. It's only for death.
Yes.
There are certain financial companies that have upgraded that to a certain level that if you are alive and you get any critical illness such as heart attack, stroke, cancer, diabetes, and any other major illness, because of the upgrade in that term policy, you will be able to accelerate what portion of your life insurance to pay for what? To pay for the sickness. Okay. So, for example, if somebody get a cancer and they have a term policy that have living benefit.
Okay, term policy that have living benefit.
Yes, so term policy that have living benefit. That means it covers you for critical illness. Critical illness. So those are the things that you have to look for. Remember, I said it last week. Everything that we have in life is upgrading. Mobile phones are upgrading. Laptops are upgrading.
Yeah.
Even the house, they are upgrading it. Apartments are upgrading. But we also have to upgrade our knowledge. We also have to upgrade the information that we have.
Yeah.
So there are some of the companies that will give you a term policy that have living benefits. That means you don't have to die. If God forbid you get diagnosed with cancer, then you'll be able to go and take part of the money.
Yeah.
Now let's come to the other side where we have the permanent. So the permanent, we have two major parts. We have what is called the whole life. So the whole life covers you all the way up to age 100. It covers you up to age 100.
100.
As long as you keep paying your premiums, you stick to the terms. You cover it.
Wow.
And then we have what is called the Index Universal Life. Index Universal Life. So Index Universal Life, if as long as you stick with what the terms and premiums, it covers you up to age 121. 121. So they all have their different parts, and then what comes into them. Then I think later on you can get time to be able to dive in and discuss more.
Wow. Those of us who are listening, when you look at the policy, when you look at the individual policy, and Brother Heenan, especially where you have life insurance while you are living and your living benefit, and you look at the death on the death, which most people like. Sometimes people want to get that, but I think as you look at the terms and those different terminology and the benefits. I think those of us who are listening, if you look at the term there in the person of the individual benefits, where maybe your company or your job site will say, okay, I take you from the job, no job again, right there. Probably some of them it means you don't have insurance again.
Right.
And then, but if you have your life insurance, you stay on it and you be able to maintain it. It means that anything happened to you, then your children benefits. So I think let look at the benefit, looking at all the things we're doing, paying more on this thing, on that thing. Life insurance is one of the more important things. Now, let me ask the next question. Why do we need life insurance, Brother Hina? Why do we need life insurance?
Yeah, that is a very good question, Pastor Jarvis. So the same reason that we need insurance on our car.
Yeah.
So that insurance, look at this. Insurance, the basic concept of insurance is what it's called risk transfer of risk.
Yeah. Transfer.
So let me ask people that are watching, how many of us will be able to pay let's say you are driving Corolla, or you're driving maybe BMW, you get into accident. Now the car is total. How many of us will be able to pay the car? Let's say you have 30,000 left on the car.
Yeah.
How many of us will be able to come out of pocket to pay off that 30,000 to the car, to the company? Not many of us.
No.
That is why we need we need a car insurance in place on the car, so that when something happens and we need to fix the car, that insurance company has enough asset that they said, I'm going to assume your risk.
Yeah.
So assume your risk means you're going to pay small amount of money, and I'm going to assume your bigger risk. It's called a unilateral. So that means the amount of money that you're paying will not be equal to the money that the company will pay if you get into trouble.
Yeah. Yes.
So let's say your car get into an accident, they have to fix the car for you. It's going to cost you maybe 11,000. You don't have that money saved.
No.
Let us be real.
You can't.
How many people in our community will be able to come out of pocket 11,000 or maybe 8,000 to go and fix their car? They cannot. So that is why there is a need to transfer the risk to a company that have enough assets to be able to come in and help you.
Yeah.
Now we bring the same concept to our life. But you see, the craziest thing in the community is that it is compulsory for you to have a car insurance.
Yeah.
It is compulsory
to
have a car insurance. It is compulsory to have insurance on your apartment and your houses.
Yeah.
But it's not compulsory for you to insure your life.
Why? Why is? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
So I think what is happening there is, it's just like, if you look at it, just like how God has given each one of us our will.
Yes.
That is what the government is doing.
Wow.
Each one of us has our will. You have your will.
Yeah.
You can agree to get insurance for you and your family, or it's up to you. So let's look at it.
Wow.
If God forbid somebody get diagnosed with cancer today, so let's say in the community, somebody get cancer today, the treatment for cancer, you're looking at somewhere around about 10,000 to about maybe 50,000 plus.
Yeah.
How many of us can come out of pocket 50,000 to go and fight cancer? Not too many of us. And the craziest thing is, when these things happen, when you get that heart attack, you get that stroke, cancer, You will not be able to go to work.
No.
Or even look at this. Look at somebody that have a stroke or they have cancer. Even if your job asks you to that you'll be able to come to work, and you are still fighting cancer and you're going to work. How is that going to help you?
No.
It's not going to help.
It's not going to help.
So that is why we transfer the risk to a company that have enough assets so that they can assume that risk, that God forbid if I get sick, the same way. So God forbid if my life crash, the same way when the car crash, they come in and fix the car for you. God forbid if my life crash, they will come in and support you. Or at the long term, God forbid if I'm dead and gone, now my death is not going to be a liability to my family.
No.
My death is not going to what? Bring the family down.
No.
But my death is going to bring what? Bring wealth to the community.
To the community.
That is one of the biggest things that people from Africa we don't like. Because he's thinking about if I die, then the money is going to go to my wife. My wife is going to take another boyfriend or another husband. And he's going to spend the money. My friend, you are dead. You are dead and gone. Don't worry about that. You are dead.
That's what most of us have been thinking. Man. You know, you say, I'm just going to remain like this because when I think this, when I'm gone, my wife is still going to be young and doing all kind of things, give me boyfriend the money I suffer for. So they think about that.
Right.
But again, I think that you have will. You have maybe different thing. You know, when those things happen, it's not that she's not just going to do it. I think we have the children to benefit, and you know, and it's going to help them. So, but let us be constructive in thinking. I think, well, one of the reasons is that when I look at the Black community and even around the world, in the West, you see that people, when something happens, they go to raise money, coming to the community. Oh, my man, we got to do something. Or we got to do something for this person. But the person they're talking about, that's somebody that can take one day to go and buy more than $50 or more than $2,000 to stay in one place.
Right.
But their life, their personal life that they're living, they just forgot about it. So you know, that is why the word why life insurance is because for me as an advocate, for those of us who are listening, is because you're trying to prevent your children from being shamed. Because many of the guys we go to after we have left the world, they start to talk to our children. Your power useless, God. Excuse me, your power this person or your mind was not serious. All the time they were making all this stuff here. They sat down here and now look at you think we're coming to pay any for nothing money. You're grinding about it and you forget about it. And I see people doing that in the world. So to those of us who are living, I agree that you have your opinion, but as an advocate and a consultant, I think it is in your best interest for your children to be relaxed. And you know why, Brother Hidden? I told somebody, I said, you know why the white people or people who got money, you know why when they die, you know why the people don't cry too much? Because they know what have been left with them.
Absolutely.
But you know why people cry too much in Africa and in other places?
No, there's no
they
food
miss the person. They miss the person for what the person was giving to them.
Mm-hmm.
The person left nothing for them.
You're right.
And now they left to start struggling.
Absolutely. So that's one of the biggest things. If our community don't shift our mindset.
Yeah.
Let me give you this example. So I was somewhere in Alabama years ago, and there was a friend that that their dad passed away. So we decided we're going to do something for them. Yeah. So me with my African mentality, I went to the ATM. So they were passing around cards. Yeah. And then I see somebody, some people just write there $1, $2. So I went to the ATM. I was like, oh, this is what we do in Africa. So I went to the ATM and then I withdraw $200.
Yeah.
I put it and then I write money and I put it in the card. You know what they did? They called me and they refund back $180 back to me.
Why?
Because they told me they don't need it. Their dad that has died has life insurance.
Thank you.
But let's look at it. If you go to the African community and somebody passed away, you give $200. They will even be mad at you. Their friend, my dad passed away, you can only give me $200. Look at you.
Yeah.
But because that person, when they died, as you're saying, now they are using that funeral as a fundraising.
Yes.
So if you go and you don't pay higher money, then they're looking at you and they're trying to insult you.
Yes.
Oh, now you come, you didn't pay anything. But remember, your irresponsibility is not my responsibility.
Yeah.
I said that last time. Your irresponsibility is not my responsibility.
It's not.
Once you said it, when we go to funeral and people are crying and they are crying and they are crying, it's because of what is going to happen tomorrow.
Yes. They don't even know. The person left them.
Daddy is gone. Daddy is gone. What did daddy left behind? Nothing. Only memories. So when black people, when we die, the only thing we left behind is memories. And then sometimes we have some gold rings, and then some chains, and then some shoes, some Nikes. We have some Nikes, another thing we left it behind for the children. So how are the children going to? The children are going to be miserable. Their life are going to be worse than our life. But whenever the elite community, when somebody passed away, you go to the funeral, you don't see anybody crying.
You just say, I've seen it here.
They are drinking the best wine.
They're drinking, yes. They're drinking. Let me tell you, I was right in the place I lived 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I think it happened 5 months ago. And this old man been living there, right? And, I can remember one night there was some parking situation. But the night that we had that parking situation, the next day we heard that the old man demise. The boy just came in the morning from his son. He was like, why we went to pay tribute? We went because we lived almost like in the same place to tell him, oh, we're sorry for that. Okay, you guys right, man. And, he had to go to be with the Lord.
Right.
But you know why he's saying that? You know how much money he coming to eat? He has a child.
Absolutely.
He was not concerned about. Absolutely. Why? So not that he was not ready, sorry for it, but he never lost him with nothing. That he coming to pay all his money to go to funeral.
Yeah.
He coming to get more money.
One of the things that I think about, and it doesn't add up for me, is Christian people who believe in God.
Okay.
It's written in the Bible loud and clear.
It's
it is appointed unto man to die once. It is appointed. So that means it is guaranteed. It is coming. But one of the scariest thing to me is I don't know when it's coming.
Yeah. It's the most scary.
I don't know when. That is the most scariest thing to me in this. Like now, anytime I wake up in the morning, I get into my car. I was like, so if I go and I don't come back because this is the appointed time that God has for me, what am I leaving behind for my family?
For my children, for my
what
wife,
am I leaving behind?
The rest of these guys.
So that is that. I don't, every single day I live life thinking about the next generation.
Yeah.
The next generation. What would the next generation say about me? What would they think about? What would my children and their children's children say about me, Mr. Henry? Because I was the head. What did I set in place for them? What did I do? So if we don't, and the only way we can do that, look at this. The only way we can do that is to leverage a proper account.
Yeah.
As I said from the beginning, life insurance. Do you know that life insurance is a tax code?
Yeah.
You don't know that life insurance is a tax code. So it's a tax code that was built by IRS. Just leverage it. Take advantage of it so that then you can build wealth, preserve that wealth, and pass it down to the next generation.
Wow. and those of us who are listening, we hear the partnership forum talking life insurance 101. And I think this is everybody's business, and in our communities, our Liberian community, the Asians community, all the community in the state or part of London, wherever you are, this is serious. And actually, sometimes when I lie down, I think about, well, one day God, I know I can see my mother, I can see my father, I can see all the other guys. They are no longer around here. So when would I go? When God would call me? I don't know. But it's appointed, like he said, to live. But there is something ahead of us that we don't know when.
Right.
So why it is true that we don't know that time, we should start preparing, because, anytime it could be. Let it not be like, well, okay, I know one day Okay, so I don't need to think about ensuring, my children, they going to school. The mentality is that there's a man that I used to see. He always tell people, look, man, the only thing I can do for you guys, I send you guys to school. That is most of the mentality. Yeah, it's enough. I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything else. When you learn, you will get your own money. That is the mentality of the most of the black guys, or most of the additional African people. Why? They think that, well, when you send them to school, they think that when you send the children to school, then that means is right. But you know what they're going to meet up with? Why are they going to start their life? How are they going to meet up with something that they don't have opportunity to go out, especially in Africa? So but let us.
So let's look at this.
Yeah.
Let's look at this one here. That I always tell people that I come across with. If the only thing that you are giving, you want to give to your children is college, then you are making a photocopy of yourself.
Yeah.
You are just producing your. So look at this. You have a college degree. I have a college degree.
Yeah.
Most Americans have college degree. Most people from Africa, they have doctors, engineers. How is life right now? How is life looking like?
Okay.
Miserable. Life is not good. So we want to school, get a degree. How are we looking? We are still miserable. So if the only thing that you want to give to your children is, they go to school, they're going to be okay. No, they're going to be miserable.
Yeah. Miserable.
They're going to be miserable down the line, because if it's not working for us, why do you think it's going to work for them?
No.
Because remember, we have some doctors that are living miserable life.
Yeah.
Because of student loans. We have some lawyers. We have all these people that have big certificates, and they're living miserable life.
Yeah.
So why? What is missing? So we have to give the children something that is more than what? More than college.
Yeah. Something more than college. And it can be so exciting. I always bring this back when I see that somebody that have 5 children, and then they have to actually just do something after death of their parents, and say, look, we don't have money. Let the government bury the father. I'm talking about people live in America here. Not I'll shed tears, but it was very sad. The father. So the question was, how long the father been in America? Almost the rest of his life. What did he do? Probably some of us, sometimes we can say, well, God will take care of the rest. From the beginning, Brother Hine, God, if you go back to Genesis, God said, have dominion, subdue, replenish. That was the entire command. And God is not going to come back to us and say, why you didn't replenish?
That is true.
So sometimes I say, but why? What's going on? And God has given us the control over everything as like a second God. We have to manage.
Absolutely.
So then when we begin to look at men, which is a head that's supposed to be the one to protect the wife, how can you protect the wife if you don't have insurance?
Absolutely. Yeah.
How can you cover? You can, because then at the end of the day, the women crowd and they roll all on the ground. You know why they're rolling on the ground? You think that because you die alone? No.
Yeah.
When they look around, they see behind them nobody.
There's nobody.
When they look on the life, they see nobody. The one that took them to be their wife, and you my wife, that them do us fine. I've left them alone with all these children. So the life insurance is very important. Okay, we talk about life insurance is very important. And the next question I want to ask Brother Hine is what? Why do people hate life insurance?
Yeah. Wow, that is
I don't really know why, but why?
So the why is something that sometimes I think about it, and with me, it is something that I can never hate, because one, you have to I would say number one is the information that they have.
The information.
They don't have the right information, because look at this. When our community is exposed to insurance concept, we are only exposed to the death aspect.
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah,
what a lot of
to the
people,
death,
yeah, it's only for death. You die, you die, you die, you die, you die. So because of that, our community, we have tuned our mind from life insurance.
Yeah.
Because anytime we're hearing about death,
Some of
death,
that, yeah.
death, death. You mean the African community, we don't want to talk about death. It is something that is there because look at it, there are two things that are guaranteed in America. And those two things, number one is taxes. Taxes is guaranteed. Number two is death.
Yeah.
So our entire life that we're living in America, we have only two guarantees: taxes and death. Whatever you do, you're going to pay taxes. You can never run away from taxes. Whatever you do, one day you're going to die. You're going to drop dead.
Yeah.
So two guarantees that we have. But if anytime we talk about death, the community, we don't like it because that is how we've been trained. But the financial professionals that are also teaching the community about life insurance, they are always focusing on death. So we have to change that. We have to change that narrative and talk to the community about how you can use life insurance to buy your car.
Okay.
How can you use life insurance to send your child to college? How can you use life insurance to pay off your house? How can you take money from your life insurance to go build your house in Ghana or in Liberia? How can you take money from your life insurance to go and bury your mom or your dad in Africa? How can you take some money from your life insurance to go and pay off some debt? Or how can I take some money from my life insurance to go and start my business?
Yeah.
Or how can I use life insurance for retirement? This is the topic that we need to talk about in the community, not death. So remember, death is a profit. As Christians and people that believe in God, we see death as what? As a profit of whatever we do.
Yeah.
It is going to come. One day it's going to show up.
No
But
matter what.
it have to show up as what? As a profit. So number one, we, the agents or the financial professionals that are teaching the community, we have to have more to say to the community than death.
Yeah.
So if the only thing that your insurance that you are giving to the person can give to them is death, then you have to have in mind that they're going to hate it.
Sure.
So to the viewers, just look at this. I want everybody to go to the internet and then type in banks. So write the word banks ranked by life insurance asset. Banks ranked by life insurance asset. And look at banks that are in America that are investing billions of dollars, not millions, billions with a B, that are investing in the life insurance account. But when they come to our community, they're teaching us about death. Oh, get this in place when you die. There is nothing wrong with that. But remember, an African individual doesn't want to do that.
No.
Why do I have to get an account and it doesn't pay out until I die? And then my wife is going to use that money to go and marry another guy.
Yeah.
Or my husband, it's very obvious when it comes to the husband side. If the wife is getting life insurance, he's thinking if I die, my husband will using the money to be chasing another woman. So why don't we change the narrative and tell him, hey, we are not going to give you a death insurance. We're going to give you a life insurance that when you are alive, you'll be able to enjoy your money before you die. You'll be able to use the same money to send your children to college. You'll be able to use the same money for retirement. Take some money out whilst you are alive. So you are a beneficiary on the account. So number one, that is the reason why a lot of people don't like life insurance. As soon as they hear the life insurance, all their mind is death. So life insurance equals to death. But let me ask a question. I know some, so the what do you call it? Our viewers, if anybody have gone to the website, banks ranked by life insurance asset. Remember, they are calling it an asset. Let's look at how much banks are having in that account. When we look at life insurance account, we are running away. But banks are putting billions of dollars into that account. If I'm not mistaken, right now as we are speaking, Bank of America have 24 billion in life insurance account.
Wow.
Let me ask a question. I've not been in America for long. Have you heard that any bank have died and they have organized a funeral for the bank before? Nope.
Okay.
I've never heard any bank that died before. Yes, bank can go out of business. So life insurance is not about death. It's because the only thing that we are hearing about is what? Is death insurance, death insurance, death insurance.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that is why our community, the African community, the black community, we don't like life insurance. That is why we don't like it, because you are not getting the proper information.
Yeah.
All we think is life
Information.
insurance is equal to death. That is it.
Hmm.
No. So if banks are investing in what? If banks are investing in life insurance account and they have billions of dollars, why do I think that is only for death? Because I've never seen a bank that died before. So it's because we don't have information. We have to get the books and read the books.
Yeah.
And then see how life
What's
insurance
inside?
have been used to build wealth in America by different individuals.
That's it. And you know why we hate. I don't think we should hate, but I think because of lack of information, like you said, probably. And I can remember sometime some of the guys here will come to you and tell you, look, my man, don't mind that thing. That's also scam. How can somebody just pay maybe $25 or $30 and when something happened to them, they get all that money.
Right. So let me say that before even I forget about that. So the reason why they're calling it a scam, and I completely understand their standpoint.
Yeah.
Because that agent that comes to you is giving you a term policy for 10 years.
Yeah.
So let me ask Pastor Jarvis, what is the guarantee that the next 10 years, me and you, we are going to be here? It's possible, right?
Yeah.
The next 10 years, we can be here.
Yes.
We'll be here.
Stay young. Yeah.
We're going to be alive. So individual that get that $25 for life insurance, they're paying into it for the next 10 years. They pay into it. And then one of the biggest things is they get the account. They never follow up with them.
Yeah.
So they don't understand. They think, oh, I have life insurance for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Now 10 years come, the account has closed.
Yeah.
And then now they couldn't get any money out. Now the account is gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
Now,
why? So they have every right to call it a scam.
Yeah.
Because they did not understand what they have. So that is why the education is very important. Let them know what they have. If you are getting it for 10 years, I tell you, hey, it's only for 10 years. Remember, it's right there. 10 years.
Yeah.
But most people also, they use the word scam and they don't understand how it means. So the word scam actually stands for still confused about money.
Yeah.
Still confused about money. So people use the word scam. Wow. What does scam stand for? Scam stands for you are still confused about money.
About money.
If somebody can scam you of your money, that means you don't know how to use the money for.
Yeah.
So that's one of the biggest things. You're going to call it a scam because you only bought the $5 account. That is going to be only for 10 years. At the end of that 10 years, if it is gone, why are you calling it a scam? You get what you can pay for.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. We have to push the information, and then the education so that the people can understand what they have.
So but what do you think the real life insurance, just stay on the same question, but what do you think to be the minimal or as an expert, what is the minimum that anyone can pay for life insurance?
Right. So that is a very good question, Pastor Jarvis. So when it comes to price, I even tell my client when I sit down with them, hey, we are not going to talk about cost today. The most important thing is if you can qualify for the account.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
You have to qualify for it. So one, you have to know the options that are out there. Are you the one that is looking for the term for 10 years or 15 or 20 years? Are you the one that is looking for a term that has living benefits? Are you the one that is looking for a whole life? Or you are the one that is looking for an index universal life? So remember, are you the one that is looking for an account that you can go and take money from it, like the banks are doing? Or you are the one that want to give your money, your money to the company, and you cannot take anything out of it? So after sharing this information with the individual and answering all their questions, now they make their own decision. Hey, Isaac, we want the term for 20 years. Okay. Yeah. Now I explain more of the term, and then we see if you can qualify for it.
Okay.
Because the insurance company have to make sure that you are an acceptable risk.
Yeah.
So they have to accept you first, and then now we talk about the cost.
Yeah, the
cost is based on. So I cannot sit here and say, oh, you're going to pay $5. You're going to pay. No, it just depends on, because remember, Bank of America have $24 billion in a life insurance account.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo has 18 billion in a life insurance account. Why are you complaining if you're paying $5 for a life insurance account? You're complaining.
Wow.
Because we don't understand it. So the main goal is we are not getting the information.
I think this information is lacking, and there be more, and that's why those of us who are insurance company expert come and let faction let promote this thing on social media all over the place. And I can tell you, I'm a promoter, and I know, I can speak, and I know that a lot of things that will happen during this time, because I'll tell you, my brother, you just said it. Information is very important.
Right.
Don't you know that people live right here, even in New Jersey, they don't have information. They've been living here, man. They don't know about their own state they live
in. That is interesting.
I'm saying it's interesting. It's interesting. And community, America is a country of reading.
Right.
That's what happening. And those of us who are listening, there are people that don't want you to succeed. So they put you into the box because you've been living, and they have failed to do that. They might not be qualified like you. So they're not going to encourage you. You might be qualified for the life insurance. They might not be qualified because they know they're not qualified. So they will discourage you.
Absolutely.
Don't mind people. Get the right information for us. You can come to, I can send you to Better Healing. Anyway, get the right information. Don't listen to individual, because not everybody is in the interest of them or the other. Get information. It's about your children. It's about your children. If you can pay $300, $250 for car insurance, that you're not getting anything for, it's just not that you have. Then what more about the one that you are going to leave access, resources, that will help your children, that when something happens to you, they will cry, but they're not going to cry like other people cry, or when you had nothing.
Absolutely. So look at this. I always ask this question, and sometimes in our community we think that it is not the only people that need to be insured is the mom and the dad.
Yeah.
You know that you have to get insurance for your children also.
Your children, yeah, they got children, yeah.
You have to get insurance for your children, because look at this. If you buy, somebody says, "Oh, my children, they are very young," so
we'll be talking about that next week too.
Yeah, so definitely we'll talk about that topic next week, and then next week I will be able to go. I will share some features of life insurance that each and everyone need to compare what they have with. So I'll be sharing about 11 features of life insurance. If the one that you have doesn't have that, you need to sit down with someone and get it reviewed. So next week is going to be very interesting. I'm going to talk about 11 important things that you have to see in your life insurance account. If it doesn't have it, you need to get an upgrade.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Pastor Jarvis. It was a great pleasure meeting you today.
Yeah, we have the last and final question here to
let's go.
Yeah, it is easy to qualify for life insurance.
Right. So that is a good question. So when it comes to the qualification, I always say this: everything in life that is quality, you have to qualify for it.
Yeah.
Everything that is quality, that can do something important for you, you have to qualify for it. Look at this. You have to qualify to get a car, to buy a car.
Yeah.
But you don't have to qualify to walk. That is the two different quality way of life. You can walk or you can drive. The most quality is to drive, right? Quality way. You have to qualify to buy the car. You don't have to qualify to walk. You can be homeless, or you can live in a house or apartment. Do you have to qualify to be homeless? No, there's no qualification for homeless. No. But do you have to qualify to buy a car or to buy a house? Yes.
Yes.
Do you have to qualify to even live in an apartment? Yes. So these are quality way of life. So life insurance account is a quality account that you have to qualify to get it.
A quality account.
Yeah, it's a quality way of life that you have to qualify for it. So that is why anytime you're going to get it, they're going to check your driving history. They're going to check your criminal background. They're going to check your health history. So how healthy you are. So that is why, to me, it is important that you get it in place before all these things start coming in.
Yeah.
So the earlier, the better. And one of the nation that I encourage my audience never to live in that nation is procrastination. The biggest nation that you don't have to live in is procrastination.
Procrastination, yeah.
Procrastination. Somebody say, "Oh, I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to do it the following year. I'm going to do it the next year." They keep pushing it
back and forward. Yeah.
Yes. So it is you have to qualify for it. And I understand not everybody that can qualify. Yes, we get it. I even have children as young as 1 year, 2 years. They cannot qualify for life insurance account. So that is why with me, as soon as my children are born at the age of 2 weeks, 14 days, I get their life insurance in place.
Wow.
2 weeks. Because I don't know.
It's just my brother. We're going to talk about it.
So next week we're going to go more into that.
We're going to open the minds of people,
definitely.
Because
so the life insurance is, you need to qualify for it. One of my sisters was telling me, they are taking my money. Why is it that I have to qualify? Okay, they are taking your money, but God forbid you passed away after 2 months of getting that life insurance. Your family is going to go home with $500,000 or $1 million.
Wow.
So that is what you
got to look at the risks, the risks in it too.
Right.
Like one time, there's a woman just joined the Prime America. Prime America is just death. So she just joined 2 months, and all the time she been here, it was just somebody that told her that information, and she joined. They didn't go to nothing to think about what the rates or whatever. I don't know. But then in the next 3 months, she died. She received 35,000. That's what they received.
Yeah.
So just how much she paid? She just paid $300. Not even $300 because she was paying $50.
Yeah.
So it's all about, it's in our interest. We know that well. Sometimes we say we don't know when we go, probably, but life, you cannot ask God when, how, and you don't know. So it's good, interesting. We're going to be talking more about the children. When the Bible, when you go to Deuteronomy chapter 6, you read chapter 8 and 6, you see the chapter telling you about teach it to your children, and because if the children will know, or if the children will benefit from this life, it means that they too will teach it to their children, they too will do it for their children, and your generation will become a people that will not just suffer, but they will always have more, and then they will live a life in abundance. I think it's interesting, and I want to say thank you for listening. We want to encourage you to join us next week again at 4 o'clock. We'll be coming up, and we'll be talking to Brother Heenan on the way forward. And I want you to know that we're here to give you the information, to engage you, to tell you about the right thing. It is your right, okay? And people can say, well, when the person died, they have no right. No, they stay. Okay, they enjoy their money, they pay their money. So let me tell you in my conclusion, the community engagement, I'm not going to expose some of the things that we're going to be involved in with the insurance company and different companies that we think might not be doing the right thing for after the person demise, because they say, oh, the dead don't have no respect. Well, but the dead were paying their money, and the dead deserve a better funeral. They need to get their share and whatever that were promised. And so let us agree that we are living, we don't know when God will call us. So let us invest into our life so that things can be better for our wife and the rest of our family and the children back, and when we leave this place. Okay, thank you. And thank you for joining us. Join us again. You are most welcome. This is again Reverend Jarvis Bestman. And Brother Heenan, can you give a last statement? It's just in 2 minutes, and then we'll be able to close.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, so definitely all this information, I didn't know it. So everything that I'm saying, everything is in the books. If you want to get some books to read and get more understanding of how these things are, you can reach out to me. I'll send you a couple of books to read. One of the biggest things, we don't like reading. You don't like reading. You have to read. Everything is hidden in the books.
Yeah.
All these tax code, they are in the books.
Yeah.
Life insurance, 401k, 403b, everything is in the books. So if you want to get some books to read, to get more information, just reach out to me. Or if you want us to sit down one-on-one to take a look at what you have, and then just do a quick review. Everything that I do is complimentary. I don't charge you for anything. Everything is free. So you can just reach out to me. You can just message me on Facebook or you can just call me. My phone number is 717-343-0111. So the area code is Pennsylvania number. Yeah. So 717-343-0111. So we look forward to seeing you guys next week, same time. And we're going to make it great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You can also, if you want to reach us, the community engagement on the Path to Safe forum, you can also look at 609 660 960. We say 960 to 3271. That is 609 960 3271. And then we'll be able to talk to you. God bless you until we see you again. Brother, God bless you.